All right, my spaghettis. Shakira. That's what's up. I actually had no idea what was playing until just now, so glad it wasn't anything too spooky. You guys know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. Has my like volume on my mic gone down again? Chat, do I sound normal volume? Excuse me. Yo, what up, Mr. Salty? Good to see you. I haven't run out of VIPs. Like, I haven't had a reason to take them away from people. It's a me, Martio. Volume's okay. Word. Word. Alright. I'm just assuming my little note. Was the burp sound testing? I hope so. Review start. Let's see, it's 10:50. So I do pretty much need to be done in like an hour. I hope this, how much can you guys hear that, by the way? Like, the gardening that's happening outside. Hear what? Sick. Alright. It's really loud, but like, I guess sometimes it's probably going to show up a little bit on the video because I like of how I balance the audio. Yeah. But maybe it won't be so bad. Alright, well, here we go. They've released the entirety of the Embers of World Tree cards. So we know them all now. 2 weeks prior to the mini set coming out. Alright. So we get to look at them, and that's what we're going to do. And this is the best opening to a video anyone's ever done, and I won't accept criticisms. So why, like, I've zoomed it in so that we can, like, look at multiples at the same time, but, like, why is it, like, we get 3 in a row and then, like, 2 stacked on top? I don't know how stuff works, chat. You tell me. I don't think it's worth it. We're probably just going to do this anyway, right? So this is Volkerbach, Vergen, Vargas, the Bungus, pretty sure. Are we reviewing from a wild standpoint or both formats? I'm going to review from a wild standpoint because that's all I know. That's all I know. I've been a wild man too long. I'm no good on the outside. Alright, so this is an 8 mana 5/5 elemental beast. It requires 2 unholy runes. So you can finally run it with that 2 unholy dragon from the main set. Hey, thanks for the 20 months, Robert Tusk. Appreciate you. So it's got Rush, it's got Taunt, and its Battle Cry allows you to spend either 10, 20, or 30 corpses to gain that many stats. Well, that's pretty hilarious. And yes, humans are excited to get the charged Dark Gift on this. And that would be, you know, 30 to the dome. Straight to the dome, chat. How good do I think this is? I think this is going to be Marshy video quality. What should we do our 3 stars again? 1 is like it's bad. 2 is it might be okay. You know, okay enough for like a fringe deck, and 3 it'll be meta defining. Obviously we give this a 1. Can you rate 2? You can rate all you want. Guapo, thank you so much for the 20 months, my friend. I really appreciate you. But yes, the like obviously this is not going to do anything in wild, but like, you know, in main wild, but I will run Xavius and Volkoros in like even Death Knight and be funny. So this doesn't beat Bone Storm. Oh, we can run them both. You can run them both, chat. Twice the payoffs. Then we have Frostburn Matriarch. A Bungus of all time. Maybe I won't zoom in. That took more effort than it was worth it. But yeah, so this one, Frostburn Matriarch, Battlecry. If you're holding a minion with a dark gift, summon 2 4/4 dragons with taunt. This is an odd cost card. So this is like a Renathal card, not an even DK card. Discover a minion with a dark gift, it costs 2 less. I mean, these are both like too... at least the Cremate is too slow for wild, surely. Like, I don't know, maybe an even DK could... No, discover a minion, not discover a minion from your deck. This is awful and wild. The pool is going to be terrible. But yeah, I can see this being great in standard, both of these cards. I think they're going to be really good. So that's a 1-star card, the Cremate. Frostburn Matriarch. You can run 2 of them, but then you have to run like the 2-cost dark gift stuff. There's a 1-cost one that spends corpses, right? You could discover a card. They're all 1s. Sorry, wild pool. The wild pool of stuff is too icky, right? So we're only going to be getting Bungus when we do this. But yeah, it is a fire spell, so it's relevant with buttons. Because I don't think DK has a main fire spell anymore. Oh, and they have like Magma Potion, right? So that doesn't really matter. Is Magma Potion still better than this, isn't it? Alright, well... Here's Demon Hunter. So we have Sigil of Cinder. It's a fell spell. And at the start of your next turn, deal 6 damage randomly split among all enemies. That seems like a Jace card. That's a solid 2. If you're running Jace, I could see this being great. Is it good either way? Like, would you ever run this in, like, Questline? I don't think so. After you cast a fell spell, destroy this and deal 2 damage to all enemies. Alright, okay, so anyways, Sigil I think is a 2. I think that's alright. Then... Oh, Jay should win you the game, though. This is delayed. Fair. Oh, man. Did we just ruin its only use case scenario? Is that a 1 after all? Terrible. Unlucky. The Fellfire Blaze is such a sad card, right? Like, if this was Fell Burst, like Spell Burst, but it has to be a Fell spell, and it just does it once, that'd be cool, right? Because then you get tempo and you get that, but like, this is just 2 for deal 2 to all enemies, which is fine. Like, it's, you know, it's decent, but you have to play another card to activate it? I don't know. I think that's a 1. That's not great. And then Scorch Reaver. It's a 4 for 4/4. Battlecry, discover a fell spell, reduce the cost of fell spells in your hand by 1. Okay, this is something, right? Right? Okay, can this be a Jace card? Reduce the cost of all of your fell spells by 1? It's probably not, is it? It's probably still bad, isn't it? Why not use the quest line? You can use both. I'm going to give that a 2. I don't want to give all the 1s. And I was excited for this to be... I'm still giving this a 2, right? This is just burst, right? It doesn't have to be Jace. You can run this in an aggro, like a spell Demon Hunter, just as, like, pressure. And do it to your opponent. You can. I don't know that you should. But I want to. I'm going to give it a 2. I'm going to be optimistic and give both of these a 2. Alright. They're not like straight up useless, like our friend Fellfire Blaze. Yikes. Watch this card be the nuts, and I was just crapping on it. Alright. Druid has, I remember, so it's a 4 for 3 durability location. You summon a 1-cost minion, gain 1 armor, draw 1 card, and refresh 1 mana crystal, and it improves for each use. So it's like... It's not multiple 1-cost minions, right? It's going to be a 2-cost and then a 3-cost. It's a little stupid. I mean, like, the rest of this is really good, right? But, like, the actual minion seems a little dumb to me. Looks like 400 dust. I think this is all right. So you summon a terrible minion. You gain 1 armor, then 2 armor, then 3 armor. So 6 total armor. Well, maybe this is 400 dust. But you draw 1 and then 2 and then 3. That's a lot to draw. You refresh. The refresh is probably the really good part, right? But you can just have like a, you know, innervate style thing on the board already and just drop your Aviana on 9. I think this is interesting. The Imager Cell? Surely that's something, right? You have this out, you play what's his butt? Naralax on 7. You get to go in on your Dragon Druid a turn early. I don't know. I'm gonna give that a okay, so when I say meta defining, that's too strong a word. I mean, like, we'll see meta play. All right. That's the strength of a 3. So I'll give this a 3. I think that's like an actual good card. Astral Communion. Oh yeah, sure, yeah, for sure. Overheat. Give your minions +1/+1. Discard a random nature spell to give them +1/+1 more, and it's a fire spell. This costs too much. Yeah, that's wow. Like, for discarding a specific card, shouldn't this be like +1/+1 and then +2/+2 or something like that? You want that to cost 1? Yeah, at least. I mean, like 2 maybe. It sounds like a medication commercial. Ask your doctor if a Mirjacil is right for you. Exactly. Charred Chameleon. I'm gonna give this a 1. 3, 1. And here we have a Charred Chameleon. So it's a 1 for 1/2 beast. If you've used your hero power this turn, give a friendly minion +1 and +2 and rush. So obviously that's meant to go with Imbue Druid. And like in standard. So you can actually make use of your JD things. We tend to hero power in Druid and Wild when we play Lost in the Park. So, like, do we care about giving one of our minions in Lost in the Park rush and +1/+2? I think probably not, because, like, it's a beast, right? So it's going to disrupt our beast tutors. So I got to give that a 1, I think. I mean, like, it's a really solid card is the problem. Like, it is a good card. Maybe you're just in love with the art of this card. Yeah. It might just be in the wrong class, to be honest. Like, just be cracked in something. We can just Broomstick and Wild, but this gives +1/+2. It's like, it's not just, Broom is a purely reactive card. This can be a proactive card because it gives stats. It's, 1 for 2, 3 stats. Yeah. So anyways, 1 just because of the state of how Wild is. Hunter for 8 mana, a whopping 8 mana. We have a 5/8 Elemental Beast with Rush. After this attacks a minion and survives, deal the minion's attack damage split among all enemies. This minion's attack damage split among all enemies. Wow, that is getting nerfed for standard, right? Aren't we already like juicing the Mungus out of King Crush in standard and like killing the opponent? Maybe King Crush is better than this. I take it back. I take it back. But I don't know. This might be marshy video quality. It's still a 1 though. So Fire Spell, 2 for deal 2 damage to 3 random enemies. So the use case for this is probably just Questline Hunter. And I think this is a shoe in there, right? Can it hit face 3 times? It doesn't say different. Wait, this can hit face 3 times, can't it? It doesn't, like, that's the same text as Arcane Mungus, right? So if you clear the board, this is just 2 for 6 damage. Okay. Man, I'll give this a 2. That's like 2 damage to 3 random enemies. Let me look at what's the card I'm thinking of. Arcane Missiles. Hearthstone. Deal 3 damage, randomly split among all enemies. Shoot 3 missiles at random enemies that deal 3 damage each. You're sure it's different? Alright, well, if it's different, it's 1. If it's can be the same, it's a 2. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I give up. We should find out. Who knows? Does anyone know? I don't know. Oh. All right. Yes, it cannot hit the same one, so it's a 1. It's a 1. All right. Then Tending Dragonkin. So it's a 3 for 3/2 dragon. Copy the lowest cost beast in your hand. Is there a beast we want more of? Thinking of like tiny beast hunter. But yes, like in standard, this is disgusting, right? Like, because they get their King Crush to cost 0 and it has a Jillian attack, and now you can just get a second one. But like, if you're thinking about things like, you wouldn't play it in Beast Hunter, right? Like the Wild Harpoon Gun Beast Hunter. Menagerie Hunter. I don't know. I think this is a 1 for Wild. I think it's going to be cracked in Standard. I think this card is going to be like a source of many frustrations in Standard. Mage, we have Smoldering Grove. It's a 2-mana fire spell. Draw a card. It upgrades each turn but discards after 3. So it could draw you 3 for 2. And it's good if it's been in your hand for 1 turn. It's not like the Blossom where you have to wait 3 full turns before you get to play it. You could play it the next turn. And it's a fire spell, which matters. Like, we can play this for free with a 0-cost spell that reduces fire spells. The nice thing about Burn Down is you can play it right away, right? So that's important. But like this, you can play for free very easily. So I don't know. I gotta give it at least a 2. I think it's solid. Like it could find a home. This card is a 3 on our scale. You think so? You think it's gonna see a lot of play? Hostage Mage might like this, right? Is there any reason Hostage Mage wouldn't want to play this? At worst, it's life tap. Well, I don't want to play life tap in my deck. I want to talk about like why I wouldn't want to play it. I think Burn Down is better. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll give it a 3. You guys, your optimism encourages me to be optimistic. Scorching Winds. Deal 3 damage. Discard a random fire spell to deal 3 more. Yeah, it's a random fire spell, right? Does this deal 2 separate instances of 3 damage, or does it deal 6? You assume 2 instances, so like with spell damage, it gets a bunch of extra damage. So the Forge card is better, right? Surely. But, like, you can run them both. And just play this one last. I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm not gonna, like, you can make, like, a questline mage deck that runs this and the Forge spell and, like, other fire spells like Smoldering Grove and whatnot. And then you could just get to the point where you can just explode your opponent by playing a couple of the Forge spells in this. You know, I'll give it a 2. After you cast... Okay, so Infernal Herald, 4 for 3/6 elemental. After you cast a fire spell, get a random elemental and reduce its cost by 3. It does reduce the cost by 3. It also costs 10,000 mana. That's a 1. Alright, Paladin. So, Ashleaf Pixie, 2 mana, 3/2. Battlecry, if you're holding a spell that costs 5 or more, gain Divine Shield and Lifesteal. How good is a 2 mana, 3/2 Lifesteal Divine Shield minion? Thoughts? One. So, like, in Wild, what are we running? Nothing, right? Literally not a card. So, like, Standard, they have the Sheldrasil, they have Renewing Flames, whatever. But this isn't worth, like, making a deck that doesn't exist, right? Oh, Holy Wrath. That's true. We do have a 5 cost card. Is this good for Holy Wrath Paladin? I don't think so, right? It might be. I don't think Responsible Marshy would give this a 2. I think it should be 1. Holy Cow reduces it, though. That's true. Alright, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Then we have Smoldering Strength. So give a minion +1/+1, upgrades each turn, but discards after 3. It's a fire spell. If you wait 2 turns, you can give this something a +3/+3. So Call to Arms is mungus enough that, like, Call to Arms has, like, you know, a couple dozen really good cards, and then it has a bunch of filler it has to put in it. So, you know, we could play the Call to Arms deck with this, and then we could either give our Nerubian Unraveler or... no, Nerubian Weblord. We could give our Nerubian Weblord, or we could give Crab Rider +2/+2 or +3/+3. And then it's just unkillable, right? So, like, this could be a solid Call to Arms card, maybe. Did we talk about Smuggler's Run yet? No. It's an odd cost. Yeah, you could play it in Odd Paladin. I don't think this revives Odd Paladin, though. We already have give a minion the full juice of this. Like, 100% of the juice, plus taunt on top of that. And that hasn't revived Odd Paladin. So, yeah, I'll give this a 2 for Call Times. Searing Reflection. Draw a minion, summon an 8/8 copy of it with Divine Shield. It's a fire spell. Oh, we can play it with Ursel. I mean, like, that is Ursel. It's a tree. What is the nastiest combo we can set up with this? Is it anything? Nothing, right? Like, it doesn't matter. I don't know what Standard's going to do with this, but it could be something cute, I guess. Ursul's a dog? You're a dog. Neptulon? Sure. That's a 1. One moment. I'm back. Alright, so Light of the New Moon. Give a minion +3/+3, cast 3 spells to return this to your hand when played. Now, doesn't this give you something? Light of the New Moon, give a minion +3/+3, cast 3 spells to return this to your hand when played. Give a minion +3/+3, add a Light of the New Moon to your hand. Oh, so like it becomes this. I see. Very good. There was a time when Inner Fire Priest would have killed for this. Is that time now? I doubt it. Probably give it a 1. I'm gonna give it a 2. I want to be optimistic about some of these. Like, I could see a use for it. Smoldering Ascent. 2 mana fire spell, deal 1 damage to all enemies, upgrades each turn, but discards after 3. Okay, so first of all, it's priest removal, which means Reno Priest. Reno Priest means shadow spells. This is a fire spell. I don't think a mediocre board clear is going to take Reno Priest from a shadow class to this. So like it's not a good top deck. It'll clear some pirates on 2, but you need this to deal 3 for it to matter consistently. And a lot of like more and more minions have 4 health. So like I don't think this is a good board clear in Wild whatsoever. You wouldn't play it if it were a shadow spell? I might play if it was a shadow spell. Because like on 4, you could play this and like deal 2 to all enemies and then ping whatever 3 health thing, whatever. I don't know. It doesn't go face. It's true. It's true. It's got issues. That's true. That's true, actually. Like, what happened? I thought all board clears went face too now. So that's a 1. Then we have Spirit of the Mungus. It's 2 for 1/3 undead. It's a taunt lifesteal. If you used your hero power this turn, it gets +2/+2. So your Shadow Priest with a Papercraft Angel, and you can play this as a 3/5. Your Reno Priest with your hero power, you can just ping something on 4 and then play a 3/5 taunt. Is this a 2? Like, I think this is like a high 2, maybe? Yeah, it's all right. We can be healthily optimistic about this one. All right, Rogue. We have Smoke Bomb. 2 for Fire Spell. Discover a combo Battlecry or Stealth minion with a Dark Gift. Is giving something a Dark Gift worth 1.5 mana. I value I value discovering a random something at about half a mana. So the Dark Gift has to come in for 1.5 mana. Isn't this really bad? It's so boring. Good in Burgle Priest. Is it? It doesn't say like a weird one. Infinite with Umbra. Oh, we're not talking about Everburning Phoenix yet. We're talking about Smoke Bomb. All right. Smoke Bomb is a 1. Upgrades each turn includes not only our turn but enemy's turn. No. All right, Everburning Phoenix. It's a 4 for 2/2. Costs 1 less for each card you've played this turn. Its death rattle is return this to your hand. It's an elemental. So yes, this does go infinite with Umbra. So, like, kind of like with Bounty Board and Tenwu, where you can just keep doing it forever. You can Umbra and this and just keep doing it forever. You play it, comes back to your hand. You play it, comes back to your hand. You play it, comes back to your hand. So, on turn 6, for example, you could go, or how about turn 5? Let's high roll, turn 4. So, turn 4, you play Umbra. You coin, knife juggler. Now you've played 4 things. You play this, and then you can keep doing that and knife juggle your opponent into oblivion. That's like, if you're cheating, that's a good combo, and if you're not cheating, like a good boy or girl, or something in between, you know, it's a funny thing that you want to pull off once. It has a beast tag, or it will. Yeah, I heard that it's supposed to have the beast tag. So it's an infinite clear with Bunny Stomper. That's more interesting to me. That's more interesting. Like, it's like Null with Sonya, but maybe a little faster. Less awkward. Just throw it into anything. Like a Miracle Rogue will just have a... So like the Bunny Stomper is the one that gives your beast rush. So this will keep coming back to your hand every time it dies. You can clear the enemy. Having 2 health, though, means that it's going to be harder to clear full boards than it was with Sonya Null, though, because Sonya Null goes to 1 health, so it will always be able to come back to your hand, whereas this will survive trading sometimes. But yeah, I gotta give that... Should I give that a 3? It's gonna pop up somewhere. I feel like I can smell it. I feel it in my bones. Which is funny, because I don't think this is gonna be any good in Standard. Cinder Sword. So 1 mana, 1/2. If you're holding a minion with a Dark Gift, gain +3 attack. So this is a 1 mana, 4 attack weapon. Alright? And you know what we say about 4 attack weapons? Dread Corsair. So we can play this, and our Dread Corsair costs nothing. But that comes at the cost of having to have a Dark Gift. So our Dark Gift options are... Like, I think, you know, the 2 cost minions that discover something and give it a Dark Gift are better than this, right? There are 2 mana minions that discover a minion and give it a Dark Gift. Why is this 2 mana nothing? Yeah, there are better ways to get Dark Gifts than that. but then you have to run them. Prep, Smoke Bomb, Cinder Sword, 2 times Dread Corsair. Yeah, I mean, like, that would be the nuts. That'd be the nuts. I gotta give this a 1 just because I think that there are better Dread Corsair activators in Wild, like the fish weapon, Swordfish. Shaman. So for 2 mana, fire spell, deal 4 damage to a random enemy minion. If you're holding a card that costs 8 or more, deal 8 instead. Oh, it's enemy minion. All right. It's not a, 2 for deal 4. That would be broken anyway. So. So in Shudderwalk, we can play this. We have Shudderwalk. We have Reno Hero. We have the Murloc that has Gigantify. Ysera. We have a few, isn't enough? To be fair, Shaman's class identity is to get bad cards that don't synergize with each other. This expansion's theme was unplayable cards. It makes sense that Shaman's miniset cards are also non-synergistic and unplayable. KVLT. Alright. I think Flames of the Firelord could be a 2. Like, we can put that in Reno Shudderwalk Shaman and it could be active. But like, so let's just pretend that this was 2 mana, destroy a minion. How good is that? It's probably decent. Would Shaman play that? I don't know. I'll give it a 2. I think it's I mean, it's a soft 2. I could see how that's unplayable, to be honest. This dragon, so Ember Scarred Welt. 3 mana, 3/2. Battlecry, discover a 5-cost card. Gain 1 mana crystal next turn only. Ramp. Play that on 3 so you can play what on 5? I kind of want to give this a soft 2 also. But no, I think this is just like something that I could do funny stuff with. I'll give that a soft 2, but I think I gotta still give this one a 1. It's interesting though, like it discovers its own card to play next. It's probably gonna be really solid in standard. Then we have Avatar of Destruction. It's a 9 mana 9/9 elemental. It's got taunt, death rattle, deal 9 damage to all enemy minions. Remember when Mage got this as a legendary? Who remembers? Way back when. It's like 8 mana, 8/4, 8/3 or something stupid. And it death rattle did 8 to everything else. No taunt then though? That'll really change it. The card that was unplayable back then will be playable today at 1 higher mana because it has taunt. That's all it needed. This card is like super butt, right? Like, okay, so like standard, do things get to stick like this? Sometimes this gets to stick in standard, right? Like this could be good in standard. It's a bad big shaman card. Ew. I guess it could be a bad big shaman card. Will this be uploading to YouTube? It will. It will. Unless I explode. Alright, then for Warlock minions, we have Conflagrate. Warlock minions, Warlock cards. 1 mana fire spell, deal 5 damage to a minion. Its owner draws a card. I feel like if I was going to play this card, it would be to use it on my own minions, and then it would flex to be removal for my opponent. Right? That's how I would do it. Where's Dark Bomb? Yeah, okay, so like that's the thing, you have to hit your own minion with it, right? To draw the card. Otherwise you're giving your opponent advantage. You could overdraw the opponent. You could. Is it worth including this to maybe sometimes every once in a while possibly overdraw your opponent 1 card? So like if I was going to play this card, I would be using it with the express purpose of hitting my own minions, right? So like this is not a wombo combo, but just as an example, like if you were running Naval Mine, like Naval Mine and this becomes 4 damage burst that lets you draw a card, right? So you need something better than that. You know, like you could use it on Mistress of Mixtures to heal for 4. You could use it on damage to everything on the field, and then you get to draw a card, right? That's how I would want to use this. I can't really think of eggs. Sure, yeah, you could play an egg deck with it. So like you want to have a reason to hit your own stuff and then draw a card, and then this flexes to be removal if you need it to be, because destroying an opponent's minion, you know, like a small opponent's minion, and then giving them a card is not good removal, right? So I'll give it a soft 2 now that we've talked it out a bit. Like, I do think that if you have strong targets for this in your own deck, it's a good card. But you know, like, it's a soft 2. Then we have Emberroot Destroyer. It's a 3 for 3/3. Whenever your hero takes damage on your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy minion. Whenever your hero takes damage on your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy minion. Okay, so like obviously Demon Seed, right? So you play this on 4. You Spirit Bomb your opponent's you Spirit Bomb your opponent's Brain Masseuse. The 3 damage hits their Fellwing, and then you Raise Dead, and 3 more damage hits their Patches. And you're like, you have a 3/3 now that your opponent has to clear. Is that good? Thank goodness it doesn't go face. I guess. I mean, like, that doesn't matter now that Dark Lair is gone, right? Because this doesn't work as soon as you get Tamsin online. This card stops being anything. You no longer take damage on your turn. So it would have to be, like, Dark Lair still works, and this is your, like, if this went face, it would have to be Dark Lair still works, and you play this and Dark Lair. Well, yeah, you play this and Dark Lair on 7. And then you play Mass Destruction and kill your opponent that way. That would be the use case for this to be an OTK if it went face. But, like, I think if it went face, it would actually be completely unplayable. Because, like, you have a way already in your deck built in with the quest line to turn your self damage into damage to your opponent. That's already what the deck does. Dark Lair doesn't work anymore. And if it goes face, when you need this to clear the board, it's going to go face a lot. So, like, I actually think this would be worse in Wild if it went face too, considering the context of how things have played out. Either way, it's a 1, though. It's trash. Well, I don't want to give it a full trash, right? I'll give it a high 1. I'll give it a, like, yeah, there's a chance that this becomes, like, a tempo interesting thing for Demon Seed. Darn, I was late to the Shaman sections. Did you notice the spell deals damage to a random enemy minion? No, I didn't notice that. No! What? No. Oh, we gave it like the softest too. Oh my goodness. Oh, gross. I think it's really funny that nobody in chat noticed that either. That's pretty funny. I was already like, when this was targeted, I was like, maybe we'll play it. And, you know, Reno Shutterwalk runs just enough minions to where I can see this could be okay. Oh, all right, man, that's hot butt. That's straight out of 2013, 2014. Crazy. YouTube chat cries. Did one of you guys warn me over there? Cry on, friend. All right, let's talk about the next playable card. Shadowflame Stalker. 4 for 4/3 elemental beast. Discover a demon with a dark gift and get a copy of it. Discover a demon with a dark gift, get a copy of it. So you just get 2? Get 2 of them? It's a beast, so we can tutor it with Curator? Oh, what you call it has a dark gift payoff, right? I don't know. And this isn't a wild card, right? Are we playing a 4 for 4/3 on 4 against Mungus? I don't know. I gotta give this a 1. It's cool though. It's probably great in standard. Warrior, 4 mana, 3/6 beast dragon turtle. If you're holding a minion with a dark gift, give your hero +3 attack this turn and 6 armor. Oh, this doesn't have taunt. I was processing. I see 4 mana, 3/6, and I just kind of assume it has taunt. I don't know. Are you guys that way? If you're holding a minion with a dark gift, give your hero +3 attack and 6 armor. Oh, it's an even warrior card. So, if you're holding a dragon, discover a dragon with a dark gift. Deal 3 damage, discover a warrior minion with a dark gift. We can run Xavius. We can run Treacherous beef stew. We can run Creature of Madness. Alright, I don't think it's an even warrior card, chat. I take it all back. I'll give it a 1. I don't know. It's the type of thing I could see myself playing because, you know, to play a new card. But, yeah. Alright, here's the real interesting one. Keeper of Flame. So it's a 5-mana 5/5. Battle Cry. Give all minions in your hand +3/+3. They are discarded in 3 turns. How do we feel about target dummy, Ancient Totem, Risky Skipper, various other things, Menagerie Warrior, with this as a top-end payoff? So we've already drawn all those zero-cost things. We play this, and we just get them in play. Just get them in there. Thoughts? It's got to be at least a 2, right? It's not going to be a 3, but, like, it could be a 2, couldn't it? It's a 5-mana 5/5 with no tribe. That's fine. 1. Unlucky. Backup win con in case Odin is ratted? I'm not going to play this in a deck that has Odin. Yeah, I gotta give it a 2. That card's interesting. You think it's bad? It might be. I'm being optimistic in order to not give everything 1s, though. I'm gonna give that a 2. I could see it being something. Then we have a fire spell. 3 mana, deal 3 damage, discover a warrior minion with a dark gift. Shadow Flame Suffusion. How come this isn't a shadow fire spell? Chat. Isn't this Hot Duty? There are warrior things that care about fire spells, right? So let's look at them. Thorbalorb. Gross, and I'm out. Alright, never mind. Those are not enough. This card seems Hot Duty. Seems to be one of the better dark gift cards. Really? I mean, like, I'm sure it's good in standard. It's just like it's such a value card, right? Like you can kill like a really small minion and then you get a card. It seems very standard. All right, on to the neutrals. We have Tindril Sage Swift. Deal 1 damage to all enemies. If it's your opponent's turn, deal 4 instead. That doesn't have taunt. If that had taunt, we could play it in Priest and then run a bunch of things to resummon it, and then it could be really funny. Like Shadow Priest could never build a board against you. Is there some synergy with this that I'm missing? It seems bad. Oaken summons? Oh, we could broken summons it. That's the nuts. I'll give it a 1. I want to play with this card, right? This card gets me excited to do something with it, but I don't think it'll be any good. Then we have Fyrak the Blazing Mungus. So 9 mana, 7/7. So it's really 8 mana, right? Because you play it on 8 with Narlax. Immune to fire spells. Cast 20 mana worth of fire spells at random enemies. This card or Narlax? Which one do you think is getting nerfed? Is it going to be this or is it going to be Narlax? Which one? It's happening to one of them. Which one is it? I guess if you play this with Narlax, it could hit Narlax with the fire spells, right? Oh, it fires it at random enemies. You could do Archdruid of Thorns with Tindril if you wanted to. What if I don't want to? Archdruid of Thorns. Oh, that's the Warlock one. So Battlecry, gain the death rattles of your minions that died this turn. Anyways, do I think that'll be good and wild? Unlikely. Be fun to play, I guess, maybe. Then we have Zershurber's the Flamemancer. So it's a 6-mana 4/4 battle cry. If every card in your hand is a different cost, reduce their cost by 2. Isn't that beef stew? Isn't this a giant pile of beef stew? Extra beef? Extra stew? There's got to be a combo somewhere. It says cooking potential. I mean, like, if you really wanted to do something with this, you could, but like, oh my goodness. This is blorps. All right, then we have Pedal Picker, or PP for short. All right. She prefers PP. This is 3 for 2, 3 Drain Eye. If you've imbued your hero power twice, draw 2 cards. Many of you are probably saying Mage. Maybe. 3 for 2, 3, draw 2. If, and only if, you've imbued twice. How often are you imbuing on curve? You're not, right? So... yeah. Insane and Imbue Druid. Yeah, in Imbue Druid, you're probably going to be able to play this on curve, right? That's solid. So yeah, I'll probably enjoy doing that. But yeah, so Mage is not happening, and we weren't doing Imbue and anything else, right? So there's a chance it'll make it into the Mage deck. There's a chance. I don't think it's gonna be great, right? Because I don't think it's an on curve draw card, but it's like decent. So, but like what you want to do is you want to draw into your imbues, don't you? And they do have 4 2-cost imbues. So you could, on the play, you could coin one, play the other, and you could play this on curve. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a soft 2. But yes, it's a very good standard card, I imagine. Then we have Living Flame. It is a 2-mana 2/2 elemental. I had like processed this as being a treant. So there's that. So it's not a treant, I guess is what I'm saying. So there's that. Draws a fire spell. Who has a fire spell so good you have to tutor it? Who's got the fire spell that's good enough that you'd play a 2/2 Death Rattle draw for fire spell? Black Rock and Roll, that is a funny card. That is funny. That is for funny times. All right. That's for funny times. What's a good one? Burn Down? I don't think we want to tutor it that bad that we'd play this. So, it is a neutral fire spell tutor. So, eventually, like, Ignite Mage would probably play this. Just because you want to draw your spells. Remember Ignite Mage? We can never play it again. But that one wanted, like, every draw card it could get that was minion based. And so it could draw, like, it could tradable into its fire spells. So this would have been good in that. That's like a situation where I could see this being good. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 1, but like it could be a 2 someday. Signature cards. So we get Volkerburst. I don't really like this one, actually. I also think Volkeros himself is an ugly minion. Like, I'm not really excited about either art of this. But this is really cool. Unfortunately, it's on an unplayable card. Speaking of really cool signature arts on unplayable cards. Holy moly, am I right? Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. And this is nasty. This is great. Makes me want to play Black Knight even if it's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. It's so random, right? Like, why did they give Black Knight a signature card here? But it's sick, right? Like, I want it. But yeah. All right. I gave like one thing a 3. What was it? It wasn't this stupid bird, was it? Oh my goodness. We have a couple things that look like they could be okay. I think I was most excited about this one. It seems like people are underrating the refresh 1 mana, like already having on the board. But overall, yeah, it's kind of a low impact for wild. I definitely saw some things that I assume will be good in standard, but you know, I'm not the best judge of that type of thing. So, all right, like and subscribe, follow all my stuff, watch every video, show your friends, tell everybody. I'll see you again next time. Bye. That was for YouTube. As far as saying bye, I have to meet my dad at 1:30. I have to go to the gas station first. If I could get another video now, I would. Hmm. 11:50. So if I was still streaming until 12:50, nah, that's pushing it too close. I won't be able to get another one. So I guess that's enough out of me. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I had planned on streaming a fair bit today, but I'm gonna push that to tomorrow because I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff with my dad today, which is cool. And I'll miss you guys. You know what? Maybe I'll like edit this video before I go. I'll miss you forever. Goodbye.